grabs. Today I want to talk about lapel grabs slash front chokes. It's a very common thing, especially when you're dealing with a woman being aggressed, for a guy to just come up and either do some sort of lapel grab the biceps like this, or get the hands up around here. Depending on what is actually being done will depend on the severity of what you need to do back. If it's just a simple lapel grab, I'm going to use Kyle for this one. Just coming up and grabbing me, I've got lapels here. This is actually the least of my worries as far as what he could be doing. Both of his hands are on top of me. I know where his body's going to be. He can't hurt me with these. He's literally taken both of his best weapons and said, here, have them. So the best thing to do, I mean, you hear it all the time, but it's the truth, and that's remain calm. He's not really doing anything to me at this point. He's not hurting me. So he could be pulling me, he could be pushing me, he could be forcing me to go somewhere. But at this moment, these hands aren't a threat. What I need to do is just get my hands up. I like to try and get one on the outside, one on the inside, because it makes what I'm about to do next much, much easier. I'm just going to take this hand and just hook it down on the inside of his forearm. Don't worry about where your fingers need to be, where your thumb needs to be. It doesn't. All you want to do is just get one of your meat hooks up here and just boom, and just hook it right in the crook of his arm, because that's where the weak point is. Guys would say energy leak. That's where the weak point of his arm is, right where that elbow is pointed. Now that's what I'm going for. At the exact same moment that this happens, I'm going to get this hand up in his face. Depending on what he's doing, if this was just a drunk who hooked onto me, I'm not going to chin jab him. So I might just get that hand in his face, shove him off me, and say, don't touch me, and then reinforce that with a verbal barrier. If it's a one-handed lapel grab, a little bit different, because now that hand is unaccounted for. So whatever I need to do quickly. This might be a situation where I'm actually going to strike him. But the same movement, I'm not changing anything. Same thing's going to happen. All I need to do is do it quicker. Right in there. If it's a schoolyard type scenario, what I taught kids to do is hit that shoulder, because then that arm can't hurt you. But for you guys, don't think about that. Start impacting him. So you're just going to hook on this. You all right, man? Okay, the glasses. Here. Now, if we're talking hands around the throat, that's potential lethal force. Now, you got to up the ante. This is when the chin jab is going to come into place. So his hands come up around my neck, but the motion itself doesn't change. I'm still going to hook on this arm to bring him in, and this hand is going to come straight up underneath his line of vision, rapidly articulating his head. And if he's still attached, that's when I'll just start lifting him and doing what I need to do. But when you grab me, turn your head down. It's just going to be straight up, right underneath his chin, boom! Not thinking about hooking anything or manipulating or grabbing, I'm just bang, like a shot put. The jugular notch is right here. It's a little hole in the center of your throat, right at the bottom, the base of your throat. Kyle comes up here, and it's the same idea. I'm going to hook onto his arm and throw this hand forward, right here. I'm not thinking about which finger I'm going to get in there. I'm just taking my hand, finger splayed, as if I was going for his face. I'm just going to throw it right there. See, right there, those are the two fingers that landed in. And that's perfectly fine. You might get that one, you might get these two, you might get just one, you might get three, and they'll fold in, just like that, which is fine. So, sure. Boom. See, now these two are the ones that got in that time. That's perfectly fine. Now, like I said, I don't want to do this stagnant and just push forward, because he could shear that off. So what I need to do is I want to go in. I'm actually going to hook it. I'm actually going to hook my fingers around his breastbone. I'm going to go in, behind the notch, hook it, and then go down. And Kyle, I'm gonna actually do it, man. You're gonna see the reaction. Okay, so here, I come in, hook, behind the notch, and down. And he goes right down. He has to, because it does hurt, but the big piece of that is the fact that the brain doesn't know what's happening and the body just shuts down. All it knows is that something is entering its body where it shouldn't be, and the brain just kind of goes, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. You know, and there is also point pain as well, hurting him in that spot right there. So if Steve and Kyle are brave enough, and if you feel like it, you can try that one as well. But your best option for the most likely scenario you're going to face is just take your fingers and just poke his eyes. That's what you want to do.
Do it again.
If you don't know yet, that's all.
That's it. Yeah. Yes, don't actually make contact if you're doing the chin jab.
This one was on the side.
Cool.
But for this, the show.
Doesn't matter.
Not so much where in your arm,
No,
just like
stay
how
in the
my
hook. Like you ever seen those hooks where they pull people away? Just that hook.
Straight up, and that's your
so
target.
that, yeah.
Invitation. Like you're throwing a shot put in the Olympics.
And then can I also do like, there, or is it more, should I go for